Wind's coming from that direction, you can smell the smoke. Beautiful day here in sunny Louth Park. It is winter, you can see by the clouds. Now if it's winter, there's clouds all around. That's how you tell. And you also tell if you've got a t-shirt and shorts and thongs, you can tell that it's winter. Well, there's Peter, the Gripen. Into the sun, which is good. Needs like a 6L or 8-inch props. That's holding a lot of up there, but we are flying kind of high off the shit stuff. Just don't want to go in the dam there. Get it back in the wind. We might just land and... So if we have a look at Peter, this is the Gripen model, and it's from RC Factory. It's you know, it's a really light little plane. Anyway, I got plans for this, and that's to put the Dream flight controller in there so you can do some hovering and that, like the F-35. Anyway, we're running some tiny little, and these are really old, these are UBAD systems, and they are the baby beasts from the Beast series ESCs for quads. They're tiny little ESCs, and they are flashed with BL Heli. Now they are from the quad days. You can see what's going on there. These motors are from Blackout, and if anyone's been in the quad world, you'll know that back about 10-11 years ago, everyone was flying massive big quads like 450s, and then a brilliant Australian guy come along and said, let's make a tiny one, and that started off the mini quad revolution. And he was the first one, and he invented the Blackout and did his own motors and everything. And I've still got mine. Yes, it still flies. No, I haven't flown it for a while, but I've still got it, and it's a beautiful little quad to fly, pretty fast. Anyway, they're the motors off it. They're 1806 motors, and they're 5-inch props. You can see the carbon fibre underneath there. Now the problem is the CG. The CG in the manual gives you 2 settings, and the guy from Essential RC, well, he's got a different setting. Now that's one setting there, which is that black mark there. Now I can't imagine that being the CG. That's the other CG, and that CG there is the guy from Essential RC. Now I came out and flew this 2 weeks ago with that thinking that looks like the right CG, doesn't it? Like centre of gravity and yada yada. And yeah, we ended up flying into the water because it was all flooded here, and we were sort of propelling around and no damage. Anyway, decided to move the CG up to the recommended, but I had to put a little bit of nose weight in there, and that's just what we flew. That's a 1.3 3-cell battery, and as you could see, it was flying sort of pretty high alpha around there. It's got 2 lots of differential thrust on the motors. So you've got off, which is got nothing. You've got 1, which is the standard differential thrust, which as you turn the rudder, say to the right, which is that way, meaning it's going to go that way, this motor spools up and this motor spools down, so they're proportional to each other. The other setting I've got is you can have, when you want to turn right, this motor stays at the throttle setting you've got, and this motor spools up to give you right, which is a much better differential thrust setting. And I'll put a link in the description up here below on the flight from Essential RC and where I got the programming to do the programming for the differential thrust. But that's Peter, the Gripen, and I think I need to go back and just fine tune the CG. I think that was there, and Mr. Essential RC was there. I think I need to be somewhere there in the middle, which means I need to take a bit of the nose weight off, because there is definitely wrong and there was definitely nose heavy. So anyway, that's today's flight of Peter, and yeah, you've got to store that in the upright position